Hi guys, I'm doing a few more of these Q&A videos this month, so I hope you like them. It's because I want to free up some time to work on the course, and it's so much quicker for me to do these Q&A videos because they're just so quick for me to edit and to film. There's not so much work that goes into it. And just a quick update on the course here before we dive into the first question. I'm almost there, and I would say the biggest modules in the course is about how to find topics to write for, what I call topic research. Some people prefer to call it keyword research. And the next biggest one is about how to find a good niche to start your site in, because those two areas are so crucial and so important. So that's what I'm writing about and filming videos about all day for you guys right now. And there's so much content about that I'm going to share with you guys. There are hours and hours of over-the-shoulder videos and so much content that I want to share with you guys. So I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to get it out there. But let's get to the first question here. It's from Kevin. Hi Morten, quick question here. When you say too much link building and too soon, does this include affiliate links? When do you actually put those in, since the very beginning, or do you wait 6 to 8 months for the website to start ranking? Or do you wait for a certain number of page views or whatever? So, and that's a good question, because sometimes I just use these words, so when I'm talking about link building, we're only talking about link pointing to our site from other websites. Whenever we are linking out to other sources, other sites, it can be an affiliate link, it can be a link to any good site out there that doesn't impact your Google rankings. It's only when you're actively asking people to link to you from other websites that we're talking about link building, which can be very problematic for your site. And yeah, you heard me rant about that many times, that you shouldn't do link building. So it's only about that. And getting back to the other part of the question here, when you can put on affiliate links on your site, you can totally do that from day number one. It's not like you have to wait till you have this or that amount of traffic. If it makes sense for you doing the writing to just place affiliate links there already, because you are actually engaged in the article, just put them there as you write the article and let them sit there and mature with the content. And whenever it's time for it to rank after 6, 7, 8 or 10 months, I mean, those links will be there and you don't have to go back to them and redo them or add affiliate links. I like to think about how I want to place those affiliate links as I write them and just get the links in there. But you don't need to do that. You can also come back and do that later. But it's a bit more work, of course, if you want to go back, dive into this topic again and figure out where you can put these affiliate links in there. So I would say put them in there from the very beginning, just when you write the content, if it makes sense. I mean, when there's an obvious opportunity for you to link to a product, just put the affiliate link there from the get-go. It doesn't impact your or hurt you in any way to have affiliate links on your site. But one thing to keep in mind, don't put like 20, 30 or 40 affiliate links in every article. I typically never place more than 3, 4 or 5 affiliate links in an article, and I don't do it in all the articles. So I do this for 2 reasons. First, because I believe that Google will see the site as heavily monetized, and it'll be so obvious that this site is just created for me to make money and not to benefit the reader. Because I mean, who would benefit from a site that's just plastered with affiliate links all over the place? And the second reason is from a reader's perspective, which is sort of very tied to how Google looks at this. They want to make sure that they put the best content in front of the users. And from the user's perspective, I mean, who want to read an article that just tried to sell you stuff? So that's why I do it this way. But you can totally go heavy on the number of affiliate links in a few articles if you want to. Let's say you were able to rank for best X or whatever, something that's very, very targeted toward a commercial intent. So people are actually asking you for products. I mean, you should definitely put affiliate links on all those products. So do that. It's not a problem at all. You can totally have a few articles there, or a low percentage of articles on your site with a ton of affiliate links. There's no problem. I have that on some of my sites and it works really well. The next question here is from Kasa Hussein. What are the things they look for when approving your site except the traffic requirement? So we're talking about the ad networks here, for example, Ezoic, Adthrive or Mediavine. So first, as you mentioned here, they look for a certain threshold of number of visitors. But besides that, they will look for original content. You need to have original content. It's not all right to just scrape content from other sites, or just feature other news sites, articles, or whatever shortcuts people will take to get a lot of content on the site quickly. You need original content, and you also need to make sure that the readers are somehow engaged with your content. So it shouldn't be super short articles, because that will not do well with ads. Typically you need the articles to be at least 500 or 700 words long, because if it's super short, just tiny bits of news results or sports results or whatever, maybe a site about what's on TV or whatever, where there's just not hardly any text on each URL, that will not work well with ads either. So the type of site that I teach you to build with a lot of informational, or you can call it educational content, and just some really good articles with a lot of text that you wrote or somebody wrote for you, that's not copy pasted from anywhere else, that will do well and that will get approved with all the major ad networks. Unless you are in some of the niches they will not work with. One niche or one category that has caused problems with this in the past is everything around guns and weapons. But Google actually decided that it's okay now to have ads on those pages as well. So that's not a problem anymore, unless you're talking about violence and crime and stuff like that, then you might not be able to show ads. So there are some categories where you cannot show ads. Of course, also adult content. You need content that's tailored toward a family-friendly audience. So I'll leave a link here where you can read a little bit more about that in Google's guidelines. So that's something they also think about. But sometimes you might flag the bots in the systems when they're scanning and reviewing your site, and they will think that you're writing about violence or something that's not politically correct for them enough for them to show ads on it. And a way you can check this is to go into Google and just type site:/domain.com and then type different words like gun, sex, and all these words you can come up with that you don't want to have on your site. Just go over some of these words and spend half an hour or something like that just typing in all these stupid words that you don't want on your site, and make sure that they don't appear on your site, because sometimes they will without you knowing it. It can be an example that somebody showed me lately about, he was writing about Homo sapiens and Google thought he was talking about homos and maybe discriminating people, or for some reason they could just not show ads on that article or that site. So some ad networks are better at this than others, obviously, and some will just disable ads on that specific URL and they can still approve the whole site in general. But for example with Adthrive, I know this has been a problem in the past many times, and I mean, it's just something you really need to think about before you start applying for the program, because I mean, if you're flagging the system, many times they will not even get back to you and give you a good reason why, because so many people apply for this program and it's just very popular to use Adthrive ads and also many of the other ad networks. So you might not always have somebody get back to you, and sometimes you'll not be able to have a second round with them and you'll not be able to reapply into the program. So take some time here to clean up your site before you apply to the program, because some bot inside that ad network might think that you actually wrote content that they cannot show ads on. And if there's too much of that content, there's this threshold that if you get flagged too many times and too many of the URLs on your site will get flagged, you will not get approved. The next question here is from Basic Enterprise. Is Pinterest necessary to increase page views in the beginning? This is also something there's a lot of talk about online and there's a lot of opinions. I have started sites where I created a Pinterest account just to get some quick traffic to the site, and I also started many sites also within the last year where I did not even create a Pinterest profile or any other social profile for that matter. I didn't go and do anything on Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, or whatever. So the answer here is no, you do not need a Pinterest account from my experience. I've built several sites without any social presence anywhere. The only thing I did on these these domains, was just to go after what I call underserved topics. Topics where you can actually rank. So as long as you do that, you can totally rank a brand new site without any social presence. But of course, if you were to create a Pinterest account, you would probably get some traction there sooner, but it would also take away from the focus on the site, so it's something to think about. It's not needed, but you can definitely get some traffic to your site sooner from Pinterest but probably not from Google. I don't think it's like because you're doing all this stuff on Pinterest, you will get more traction than Google. Google will definitely pick up on the traffic from Pinterest and understand that you have this social traffic, and if you have analytics on your site, or probably without having analytics on your site, Google will know some user metrics from your site just from that traffic. But I mean, the traffic from Pinterest, it's definitely not comparable to the traffic you get from Google on several levels. First, the traffic from Pinterest will not stay as long as your site. You will not make as much with ads from the traffic from Pinterest in most of the cases, because think about it. When people are browsing on Pinterest, they're just browsing for pictures and stuff. It's just the picture search engine, right? They're doing something else and then they stumble over this pin and they go to your site. And they might stay for a little bit and then bounce back and keep browsing for whatever they're looking for. So that's how people use Pinterest, right? So since people are not staying as long on your site from Pinterest, you will not make as much money with ads because they will not get to see as many ads. Remember, the ads, they will refresh for every 15 to 20 seconds on your site. So that's why we make more money when people stay longer on our sites. So, I mean, these days I just go for the vast majority of Google traffic to my articles. Some niches will just make a lot of sense with Pinterest and sometimes also YouTube if it's a very visual niche, you can say. If it's about anything interior design related or how to do something in your garden, so you can show pictures of specific flowers or whatever. I don't know anything about that, but I mean, niches like that are very visual, it makes a lot of sense to invest some time and some energy into Pinterest. But if you're not in those niches where it makes a lot of sense, and if your audience is not a female-oriented audience, I mean, if you have a male audience on your site and it's not visual, I wouldn't actually spend any time on Pinterest. You don't need it to rank faster, but you will probably see some traffic sooner, but it will not speed up the Google algorithm. I certainly don't think so. The next question, I should say comment here, is from Kelly. He has a comment on the ads on this YouTube channel here. I wish the videos didn't have those annoying ads. And actually, I just wanted to tell you guys that I just went in to all the videos in the dashboard here on YouTube and disabled these non-skippable pre-roll ads because I hate them too. And I also opted out from this mid-roll ads, the ads that you will see in the middle of the video where they just pause your video for a while and you have to look at these annoying ads. So there will still be some ads in the beginning, but you can skip them, and also, I mean, the ads in the end of the video, you can just close the video when I'm done talking, right? So I hope you like that. The next video here is from Hercules. I love that name, Hercules Chess. Love your advice, Morten. I was thinking to create a website about cricket because here in the West Indies we play it a lot. Do you think there's an audience in America for cricket? I'm afraid it won't do too well with ads because I've never seen an American cricket team. What would be your monetization strategy? That's a good question. This is a niche that I would probably stay away from because you've probably heard me talk about that you should go after an American audience because that's where the majority of the money is when it comes to affiliate and advertising, like display ads, and also for info products and so on. There's just a lot of money being spent in the US. So I would probably not go after this niche, but I mean, if you wanted to do it, you could totally go with an info product. And maybe you will find that there's just not as much competition. I mean, I might not be the only one tooting the horn that you should go for an American audience. So maybe you'll get a ton of traffic from other countries, and you can always use Ezoic ads on your site. And you can also do affiliate offers on your site. It's just Adthrive. They will not approve you if you don't have the majority of your traffic coming from American visitors. So there's that to think about. But I mean, you can do very well with Ezoic. Ezoic is, I don't know if they're equally good, but they are very, very good. And I can't say if Adthrive is better than Ezoic or vice versa. I mean, who knows? I tried to get them together to do a split test, and Ezoic said yes, but Adthrive would not do it. They would not offer me to send half of the traffic for good downsize to Adthrive and the other half of the traffic to Ezoic. So that didn't happen. So I cannot tell you which one is the best one, but I have changed gears a few times and tried to move my site from one network to another. And overall, I'll say it's the same ad inventory. Most of the ads come from Google Ad Exchange, and Maybe they have some private deals where they can offer higher biddings or whatever. They have some technology on top of that. But I mean, you can totally monetize your site with Ezoic. I don't know where people play cricket. I guess they play it in the UK as well. I'm sure you'll have a lot of people and a lot of eyeballs on that site, so you can do that. But I mean, the general advice in my course and here on my channel is to go for an American audience. I mean, that's what I'm doing and that's what I see the best results with. And I just prefer to have as many possibilities when it comes to monetization as possible. But I mean, for something like cricket, you could totally do an info product, and you can probably also find some really good info products on ClickBank that are already created out there that you can sell to your audience. So, I mean, that's in many cases the best way to make money. So maybe you don't need ads to be the majority of the monetization on your site. Just go with local affiliate programs in the areas where they play cricket. I'm sure there'll be a ton of things to dig into there. It's not like all the major affiliate programs are only in the US. There's also huge affiliate programs in other English-speaking countries, and of course also in the rest of the world. Affiliate marketing has been around for ages, and there's a ton of affiliate networks to dig into. The next question here is from Divine Downloads. Do they pay just by getting clicks to the site? And this is also a question asked in the context of affiliate marketing. So she's asking about if you're getting paid from an affiliate link if people just click it without buying anything. So there's not a clear-cut answer here. You'll find affiliate programs that will pay you per click, some will pay you per lead, but most affiliate programs will pay you per sale. They will have you send traffic to an e-commerce site, just a store of whatever kind where you can purchase something. And you'll typically get a percentage of the cart value, meaning that if people are paying $500 for a product, you'll get a certain percentage of that. But sometimes you'll get a set commission per lead or per customer. For one of my bigger sites, I have quite a lot of these deals where I get a set amount of money per sale and not a percentage. And this is typically something you will find around affiliate offers for anything you can buy on a subscription. It can be software, it can be other type of subscriptions like mobile subscription or internet or whatever. Many times you will see a set commission there. But I mean, the majority of the programs you're probably going to work with on Commission Junction, Share a Sale, AvantLink or whatever, just some of these bigger affiliate networks, they will pay you a set percentage of how much people are buying on that store. Let's say they are purchasing something priced at $500. Then you'll maybe get 4 or 5 or 7% of that total cart value. So that's how it typically works. Sometimes you can reach out to either the network, maybe the key account at that affiliate network, but in most cases it makes more sense to reach out directly to the store. Maybe they have an additional program somewhere else. Maybe they have a premium affiliate program that you can opt into just by asking. Sometimes they will have a different fee structure if you just ask for it, but typically you will need some amount of traffic to get accepted into these better prices and these better deals. So that's typically how it works with affiliate networks. I hope you liked this video as well. Give it a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next video.